All right, we're back. It's time for the Gold Conversation, and I had promised you a guest who is a teacher all the way from Bomet County, who's very, very passionate when it comes to teaching Generation Alpha on all matters agriculture. Our guest is right here in the studio, Mr. Dominic Orina.
Yes.
Thank you so very much for making time to be with us today.
Thank you.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
I understand you traveled all the way from Bomet to come and talk to us today.
Sure.
Thank you so very much.
Yes,
now, we want to understand how you're working with Generation Alpha when it comes to all matters agriculture. But before we get there, maybe you can give us a little bit of a history of yourself and how you studied agriculture back in the day. Were you in any groups? Were you in the 4K club? Or how were you introduced to agriculture yourself as a young boy?
Okay, thank you very much. Before I start giving you the history of my life, let me thank first Royal Media Services, you people, Ngina and Terrell, for reaching me out to come and give knowledge and skills out there.
Great.
That is a great opportunity, it's a golden opportunity.
Right.
So, my name is Orina Dominic, a teacher from Bomet. That is my working county, but my home county is Nyamira. So, in back 2017, that is when I was posted to Bomet County as a teacher by the TSC. So, going back to the main topic about agriculture, about myself first. Agriculture, I started it when I was young, and I got it from my mom. Thank you, my mom, Teresa Kemuto. Because when you are young, you are with your mom. Always you go to the shamba, unaona kitu anafanya 1, 2, 3. Then all through, coming back to high school, then I got it there. So it was very easy for me to choose agriculture other than business.
All right. So you took the course all the way to Form 4?
Yes. Yes, from Form 1, I took agriculture. And also my school, my secondary school, they had those facilities that were very good for us.
Right.
Also the farm, whereby, you know, staying in class all the time, it is hectic.
Right.
But now, during our agriculture lessons, we were very happy.
Right.
Going out there, touching the soil, doing all those things. So it was very important to us.
So you've said back in the day you were very happy going out there, touching the soil. So we used to enjoy agriculture those days.
Sure.
And we are seeing now, even from the feature that we are from watching, we are trying to revive 4K clubs. Kwa sababu ni kama zilisha. In your opinion, because you've been in that space for quite some time, tulikosea wapi? Tulianza kuingiza mchezo wapi ndo tukaanza tu kuchukulia agriculture like it's not something very serious to still instill in our children?
Sure. So, for example, I can say this. If we go back to our curriculum, you'll get that English is a must. Kiswahili is a must. But agriculture is an option. You see? So, agriculture is like a basic thing, because that is where we get food. Without your job, you can do agriculture and get food. So nowadays, you know, it's like tumeenda kwa zile subjects zenye zinatupeleka to the white collar jobs. Tumeacha the basic ones.
Right.
So maybe my advice to the government, if they put that agriculture to be a must, not an option, because others, they just choose and leave it.
Right.
So I think in between, that is where we went wrong.
You went wrong.
Yes.
Now you're dealing with Generation Alpha, and we know, I mean, with the times that we're living in, their setting is very different from the setting of the millennials and those who came before then. You know, these are children who are keen on PlayStations and just going to the parks, and, you know, those are the kind of activities. How do you make them now come back to the soil? How do you make them understand that, yes, you can have your PlayStation, but please, there's this thing that we're calling agriculture that you need to take seriously? How do you convince them into that?
Okay, first, you know, being a teacher is a call, I think, I can see. So you must know how to handle those kids. And mostly I love kids. Staying with them, enjoying with them. Even if I meet a child, okay? I don't know that child. I'll make sure that that child has smiled to me.
Okay.
So from that love, the moment you come down where they are, okay? Don't show that you are an adult, okay? Come to their level. Talk to the way they talk, play the way they play. From there, you will be their role model.
Right.
Okay? So whatever you show them, it will be very easy for them to
adopt. Because you're showing them that love and you're one with them. How many children do you have right now under your docket?
So far, I have around 30 kids that
30 kids.
Yes.
All right. So you got your knowledge in agriculture. You were first introduced into that space by your mother. All right. Before now, you pursued it in school. And there's a way agriculture was being done then that, you know, times have changed. Now we are embracing modern technology in agriculture. Please help us understand, from what you learned, what are the new techniques that you're introducing to this 30 young generation alpha that you're dealing with, so that we make sure hatuwafundishi ile agriculture ya kitambo yenye kwa sasa is really not sustainable. What are the new techniques in place?
Ni ukweli. So, for example, there are so many things that have changed.
Right.
For example, we can say there is a land reduction. Unaona ina reduce because we are growing in number. Today we have very small lands that we can practice agriculture. So if I give you a short story, how I came to introduce now everything into the kids. At first, when I was posted to Bomet, you know, in Kisii, people know that we get fresh vegetables, managu, all those kind. They love them. It is very, very true. When I came to Bomet, this is a land of tea, whereby they grow a lot of tea, no space of growing vegetables, food crops. So whatever they get from the tea, that is what they plan for everything. That is food, clothing, all that. Mostly in my place where I'm teaching now. You know, it was a challenge because that is the time we were being delocalized as teachers. And we were the first people. So when I landed in that place, few months, it was a big problem. Why? Because getting vegetables, it was a big problem. You were going to buy them from Mama Mboga, and within specific time, okay?
Right.
So it gave me a challenge. How can I live this way? And back at home, I was living a comfortable...
Mboga fresh all day, every day.
Yes.
Anytime you want it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only vegetable that you get is cabbage and skuma. The other ones, it is during maybe market days, and the market is very far.
Right.
So, but now I've been posted here. This is your work, first day. What can you do? You must adopt and also look a way of surviving.
Right.
So I looked for a solution. And that solution was, I started growing my vegetables in sacks and containers.
Right.
I went to my landlord, a gentleman known as Stonic. I asked a request. There is a small space there where I rented the house. Can I do something which can help me? He told me, go ahead, do it. I started now growing the vegetables in
sacks and containers. And that's very important when it comes to utilizing space.
Correct.
Is that what you're also passing down to the generation
That is
alpha?
what I'm doing now.
All right.
Yes.
Now, how are they adopting it? What are their reactions? Are they enjoying it? Are we having challenges? And how do you know, when someone is stuck somewhere, how do you also help them to see, no, don't give up yet. Just stay in here. Agriculture is the way to go. How do you do that?
Okay, you know, not all of them that you can impress. Huwezi ufurahisha kila mtu ama you just mark those who are very interested, who have that interest. Okay? That is the first thing that you do to choose who to be in your group. But with the time, as they see these others are getting something good, they'll do what? They'll join. They'll come back to you, Mwalimu.
Nirudishe. I've also seen you're very active on YouTube. You have a YouTube channel where you're teaching people about growing their vegetables in sacks and containers. We'll get to that. I'll want to know the inspiration for that. But for now, let us take another short commercial break. But when we come back,